Good morning. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, we've got Recreation Director for the Taylorville Park District, Jessica Franks. Jessica, good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm not a huge fan of whatever weather we've got going on right now, but we're back on an upward trend.
Right.
We'll like it a little more coming up here this weekend, I think. But for you, Jessica, you're kind of maybe looking for the weather to take a bit of a nosedive. You're wanting some snow probably on the park if you could find it.
We would like it, but there are a couple events that we have scheduled that snow would really affect. And so a couple of days we needed to hold off. But aside from that, let it roll.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some of those events with Christmas in the Park just around the corner. We're starting pretty early in the December month.
Yes.
With that being the case. So what's going on as a kind of breakdown of all your events?
Okay. Well, the very first event we're going to have is the Little Mr. Snowflake pageant. So that has usually been held a couple of weeks into December. We're going to do it before Christmas in the Park even starts. That way they can participate with the parade and any of the events that they want to be at. So that is going to be on Sunday, November 30th. So the week before Christmas in the Park starts. There are still a couple of slots available for that if you're interested, but it will close out at the end of the week.
Okay. Now, I know you said that, I think it was last year that we had one Little Mister.
Yes.
Do we maybe have a few more Little
Misters? We do not. And so that's terrible. I mean, I've done everything I can to try to get some more contestants in, but I don't know if it's just died out or what, but we would love it. I mean, it's open and you can still register, but yes, we've got 9 girls so far, and we're taking 15.
Okay.
So still a couple of slots for that.
And I like that you're doing it a touch earlier. I know
yes.
we touched on this a touch, but on Sunday, November 30th, it gives you that chance then
yes.
as a winner to then be around for the Christmas in the Park
and
event.
Usually they haven't. They've only been just the very last week. And so this is great, especially for the parade, to let them, be on the float with us for the parade.
Mm-hmm. So. To me, it reminds me more of like a county fair queen almost. Like you announce them at the beginning so that way they're all, there as part of the deal.
That's the plan.
To me, I think this will work out very well for you, but that is just the first of a laundry list of things going on.
It is.
What is next on the docket?
So right after that, the very first day of Christmas in the Park is the Jingle Bell Walk, where the park is closed and only walkers are allowed in. So registration for that is $20 for a group up to 8. And that includes your cookies that are from Happy Baked Goods. I know a lot of people have been going into withdrawal. She's been closed for a while with the new baby, but she is doing the cookies for the Jingle Bell Walk. So you get a little pail of cookies and hot chocolate and things like that while your family goes around and enjoys Christmas in the Park with the walk. So
$20 for a group of 8 and a pail of cookies and hot chocolate.
Yes. Still of a deal.
I was going to say, I don't think that sounds too bad to me. So Happy Baked Goods will be providing that. And it looks like we're getting her out of her maternity leave, maybe even to do it.
Yes, very excited. Haven't seen Meredith in a little bit.
So. Is that what, a connection like that does for you? You just get the in and then
she'll be back. She will be back by then. Okay. So a lot of people just eagerly waiting for her to come back.
One of those being you then.
Oh, of course. So she's a great person. She's great to work with.
Happy Baked Goods, a pail of cookies, hot chocolate, a group of 8, $20, Jingle Bell Walk on December 3rd.
That's the 3rd.
December 3rd. The very following day, though, or the very next day, you've got more.
That is the Jingle Bell Roll. That is one of the new events for this year where you can rent a golf cart. So it's $30 for a 4-seater, $40 for a 6-seater. I will say the 6-seaters are almost completely gone. We have 5 different time slots, and those are almost full. And there are plenty of 4-seaters still available. But we are just really encouraging people to reserve that in advance. It's a very popular event that we just hate for people to miss out on when all you would have had to have done is just register a little bit in advance. So $30 for the 4-seater, $40 for the 6-seater.
And I was really happy to hear how well that had been received already.
Yes, because it has been.
This is one of those deals where, we're just implementing it this year, and we've maybe thought about it. Maybe we wanted to do something like this, but now we're doing it. And then it's like, now you see the community response, and it's been a good one.
Yes. And so Battery Specialist is helping us out with that, and they have wanted it for years. And so it's really awesome to be able to come together with them and be able to provide this here locally. So,
well, and maybe we continue with the success, and maybe the Jingle Bell Roll is 2 nights or something. Who knows?
Right. It could be. It could be. Other areas that do things like that, they are very busy.
So we are just getting our start in the month of December for Christmas in the Park with November 30th, the Little Miss and Mr. Snowflake pageant,
Mhm.
the December 3rd Jingle Bell Walk, and then the December 4th Jingle Bell Roll. But there is still a lot more to go.
Lots more.
And what is some of that coming up following that?
So the next night is the paint night, which is usually always very popular, but we only have 30 spaces available for that. It is about halfway full. If you go online, you'll be able to see each one of the options that you have to be able to paint. So there's someone there. She walks us through painting the whole entire thing. Then you get to take it home with you that night. So $20 per person on that. Very good, but it's very popular, filling up fast. And then we're off on Saturday because Saturday is the parade. But then that Sunday is the bake-off. So that's something that historically wasn't very popular, but last year we really pushed it and ended up with almost 50 participants. So we're really hoping to exceed that. I'm still looking for a couple of judges. I think we talked about that before, but that will be that Sunday the 7th at 2:00.
And what's it take to be a judge?
You just have to be willing to come and try 25 different desserts all at the same time.
Well,
so
maybe the registration, just let me know,
Yes.
if you need a guest judge. And
that's where I was heading with it. There you go.
If that's what you need, I mean, that's totally fine. You said Sunday the 7th for that?
It is the 7th. It starts at 2:00, but doors will open at 1:30 for you to drop off whatever it is that you've made. And then the judging starts at 2:00. So absolutely nothing comes in after 2:00.
Okay. Bake Off wise, doesn't need to be like Christmas themed or anything like that. Just the best goodie you got.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's cookies and then candy. Then there's one that is just breads, cakes, pies. And then the 4th division is for kids.
Okay.
17 and under.
17 and under. Okay.
Yes.
So we've got 4 categories, and one of those being for the kids there as well.
Yes.
What are we calling that? Is that just the Christmas in the Park Bake Off?
Bake Off. Yep. The Christmas Bake Off. So the prize is you get an apron that's embroidered Christmas in the Park Bake Off champion.
Nice.
So it's very cute. I mean, everybody loved it last year. It's very nice. And it's cute to be able to do that every single year. The people that won last year are already hoping for this year too.
Well, I can imagine they're probably eyeing another apron if they can have one there.
Right.
So Sunday the 7th. So that first week is pretty loaded.
We just keep going.
and we're going to keep going here
Exactly.
with more as we make our way into week number 2-ish, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
So the very first day, that Monday, the 8th, is Paws with Claws. Always very, very popular. I think last year we had about 140 different pets that came in the door. We had a bunny. We had somebody brought birds. There was, cats, dogs, everything. Majority of them are dogs, but as long as your pet is not scared of other dogs, then anything's welcome to be there.
Okay.
So it's a good time. Free pictures with Santa Claus, and we'll post them online. There's no charge. Furlough's covering that. So you'll have the free photos, dog treats, dog toys. Everything's free to take home.
Okay. So that is just one of those deals where just show up and no registration needed, anything like that?
No, that you just sign a waiver at the door with your pet to, cover them being with other pets.
Yeah. Well, covering your butt too.
Exactly.
So Paws with Claws, December 8th, that being no registration needed.
No.
Come show up and you'll get some free goodies to take home for your animal. More than likely geared towards dogs, probably in terms of treats and stuff. But if
Most
you got a macaw, then hey, bring it too.
Right.
Very cool. I like that. So December 8th is Paws with Claws. What's up after that?
So the 9th is Soup with Santa. Always very, very popular. So that event, we will also have someone there that does the balloon animals and face painting and things like that. So it's pretty fun. It's going to be, the first night that's not Paws with Claws. That's the first night you can come and do your photos with Santa. Santa will be there from 6 to 8. And you can come enjoy a free dinner and get you a balloon animal, face painted, all of that night.
Okay, registration probably needed for this.
That is, the space is limited to 100. So we are probably only about halfway full on that one. Some of our events are filling up a lot faster than others. So certainly do contact the park office to be able to reserve a space for that. It's free, but we just need to know you're coming.
Need to know you're coming. So that way we have enough food probably for all those that are planning to do so. So we've already talked November 30th, December 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're not even 10 days into the calendar.
We are not.
What's going on past that?
So the 10th is an event that I always love, and I know I talk about it every time, Special Time with Santa, that is sponsored by Mayor Barry. And so that's a time when families with children with sensory issues, autism, things like that can reserve a time where they come in. There's a bounce house in there. It's dim, it's quiet. They're in a smaller group, so they can spend time with Santa, with other kids, and it's just a lot more controlled environment for them to be comfortable there. So that's something that we haven't had a lot of people register for, and last year it filled up really quickly. So I'm surprised, but I just really hope that everybody doesn't wait till the very last minute, and then I would hate for us not to be able to get someone in. So just please contact the office to reserve a time for that.
Because if I remember right, the plan for that was like maybe 4 people at a time.
It's 5 families at a time. Yes.
At a time. And that way we're just, as you mentioned, kind of reducing that sensory overload.
Absolutely.
So with that being the case, registration is needed for that one.
It is. That one's free too. Absolutely. So free event sponsored by Mayor Berry, like I said, but it's something great that I'm glad that the park is able to do. And some of the families last year, they just left just in happy tears because their kids had never even seen Santa Claus before. And so he was able to walk around, play with each kid on their own, things like that. So pretty awesome to see.
Very cool. So December 10th, special time with Santa, registration required, but it is a free event. And we'd love to see you fill that place up.
Yes.
That way we know how to maybe make it not so full when you're there.
Absolutely.
So that will be the case on December 10th. Mm-hmm. Jessica Franks, Recreation Director with the Taylorville Park District, is joining us here to talk Christmas in the park here on the WTIM Morning Show. We'll take a break. We've already been we're almost at 11 and a half minutes, and we've barely gotten to December 10th. So let's take ourselves a break and see how much else we can tell you about with Christmas in the Park coming up on WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
The Lady Tornado basketball team are on 96.5 thechill.com again this season. Listen on air or online for Lady Tornado basketball and playoff games brought to you by the Taylorville Community Credit Union, the Christian County YMCA, Burl Reynolds, and Scooters Coffee.
The purple and gold are coming your way. The Taylorville Tornadoes are going to do it today.
The stress of your day melts away the moment you step into a Viking spa or take the plunge in a refreshing cold tub from Southern Ledge Pools and Patios in Taylorville. Stop in today and see our full line of spas, pools, and outdoor fun essentials. And this month only, enjoy 10% off syrups, spices, and any floats in store. Transform your backyard into a getaway with Southern Ledge Pools and Patios in Taylorville, your outdoor fun creator.
Taylorville Care Center's personalized therapy program helps you get back to enjoying the season. Whether it's pumpkin patch visits, Friday night football, or autumn walks with the grandkids, we'll get you moving again. You'll have a private room, great medical care, and the therapy you need to get going again. If you've been in the hospital or just need a little boost, call Taylorville Care Center at 824-9636. 824-9636. Taylorville Care Center, caring for our community for over 50 years.
Double your impact with sight and sound. Reach customers through our 6 regional radio stations, plus capture their attention with our 36 by 72-inch digital billboard right on Route 29 in Taylorville. That's nearly 11,000 drivers seeing your message every single day while they're already listening to your radio ads. Ready to maximize your reach? Call your regional radio account manager today and put your business in front of eyes and ears across Central Illinois. Regional radio is where your message gets noticed.
Finding a local job in Central Illinois has never been easier. Don't waste time driving far or spending too much on gas. Visit IllinoisJobPost.com. It's your one-stop site to find local, full-time, and part-time job openings. Best of all, it's completely free for job seekers to access anytime, day or night. So if you're ready to land a job close to home, make IllinoisJobPost.com your first stop. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. Brought to you by your friends at the regional radio stations.
At People's Bank and Trust, they help their consumer and business customers spend their time living their life, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, they put people first. Find out how they can help you by clicking their banner ad at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Robinson from Advanced Title. Whether selling your home on your own or through your local realtor, please give us a call at 824-8007 for all your title work needs.
WTIM.
And we're back with the WTIM morning show here on your information station and brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us, Jessica Franks, Recreation Director with the Taylorville Park District. We're talking a lot about Christmas in the park, and we've got more dates to get to. We just barely got to December 10th, where we left you. So what else do we need to talk about here? Some of those big things, wherever you want to take us, Jessica, do so, please.
Okay, just a couple of things I want to make sure we get in, even though I'm kind of already past that date, but something that families look forward to is the sleigh every single year. That's always free and sponsored by someone locally here in the community. And he is only going to do 2 nights this year. They're trying to do earlier. We ran into a lot of cancellations last year because they can't be out in the cold. So December 3rd and 4th on Jingle Bell Walk and Jingle Bell Roll night are the 2 nights that the sleigh is going to be at the park. So both nights, you have to make sure you get in then, because they're not going to be back the whole entire month of December for the sleigh rides.
Okay.
So 3rd and 4th.
December 3rd and 4th. So a very busy start to December.
Yes, very.
With that being the case, that sleigh ride, is that something I just kind of walk up, stand in line?
It is
wait
first
for?
come, first serve. And a lot of people will come, 30 minutes before they're even supposed to be there just to make sure that they get on. So do come prepared.
Okay, no doubt
Yes.
about that. So then sleigh ride with Santa December 3rd and 4th on top of the Jingle Bell Walk and Roll.
Yes.
There's some other deals you want to tell us about.
Yes, I want to make sure and mention the letters to Santa. The mailbox will appear on the 30th out there at the park, right by the dining hall, just like last year. And the Taylorville Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring that this year. So they will be helping us with the letters that go back out to the kids. So just make sure you get your letters in. We have to have them in no later than the 19th. We need to get everything in then so we can make sure we get a return. We don't want anybody to not get a return.
I
So.
can imagine. That's probably not a good feeling from a already fictitious individual. That wouldn't feel very good, probably.
Right.
With that being the case. So November 30th, you'll see the mailbox pop up out in front of the dining hall. Letters to Santa, the GTCC helping out with that. You've got more, though.
Yes, well, we just keep on going, and the big event that filled up actually already was the Breakfast with the Grinch, sponsored by Walmart. But that event is actually already full. We have a waiting list for it, and some people may make it in, but that one filled up very, very quick. The next night is Crafts with Claws. So that one is no registration required for that. That's on Sunday, December 14th. So Santa Claus will be there that night also. So you can come enjoy a bunch of different crafts. That's sponsored by TCCU. And we have a big group of volunteers from the local school, from Central School, that are going to be there helping with that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. They planned out a lot of really cute stuff for that night with the kids.
Okay. So even more going on there. Crafts with Claws on that Sunday, December 14th, TCCU bringing you that one. Letters to Santa, as mentioned, and then the sleigh ride with Santa on December 3rd and 4th. Those 2 nights, first come, first serve. There's one other deal, and this one is I should say one other deal is not really the case.
Right.
But one other deal we certainly want to hit on. It sounded very interesting to me in terms of what we're trying to do.
Yes.
Can you tell the listeners about it?
So that is on Thursday, December 18th. It's an evening with the Capital City Big Band, sponsored by Barbara Westrick Appleton. And so we're very excited about that. That's a 16-piece big band that is going to be in the dining hall doing a concert of all Christmas music. And we are also going to be serving dinner from Florinda's. So it's $15 per person, but that includes your dinner and your dancing and night of fun with Christmas music there.
I was going to say that when we talked about it the last time, it was like $15, but then that's also the help from Barbara Westrick Appleton,
Yes.
helping kind of
offset that. Yes, absolutely. She's done a great thing with it, and we're very excited to see it.
Absolutely. A 16-piece big band is not something that comes around Taylorville or the area all that often.
Yes. So very excited. I was talking to him. He said, Miss Nimmer, the beloved teacher, she's since retired, but she's going to be playing with them that night. So there's probably going to be a lot of familiar faces that people have seen, but they're all going to be coming together to be playing that night.
Well, Jessica, we're almost out of time, but the best way to see the schedule of events is where?
We have everything listed on our Facebook, but now it is uploaded onto our website, TaylorvilleParkDistrict.com. You can scroll down to the bottom, and there's where you can pay for things or register. So if you go in there and create a park account, you're always going to be able to go in and register for any kind of class or anything that we have. But all the Christmas stuff is listed there too.
Perfect. Jessica Franks, Recreation Director with the Taylorville Park District. Jessica, thanks as always.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. We're actually done for the day. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show brought to you by People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville.